Hello and welcome to Stage 2 of the Club Day Apollo IE event. I am racing for my Apollo and I still have no upgrades on it, but I will definitely have to buy some at some point today because there's no choice in this event. And you really shouldn't start this event until you know how much it's going to cost you, because you might not have enough to do it. And we'll get to that. Of course, you'll see my spending today, and the Stage 5 video will have full costs and full earnings and full everything. I'm kind of surprised how fast some of those other cars seem, but I know mine's not very upgraded yet. Not sure if I can take Eau Rouge Radillon flat out. So also there was a guy right in my way, so I don't want to do that. Now, have to hit speed a whole bunch of times, but that should not be a problem. We'll see what happens in the first lap, how many times I can hit speed here. And I'll do something different on the second lap. I'll show you how you can hit speed multiple times in one sector if you want to. Because, well, sometimes that's what a person does. Now, taking this corner pretty fast, heading into Pouon Corner. That's one of the rougher corners in this game. If you blow Pouon Corner, it's, yeah, you just don't want to, because the wall is so far away, which is great for real life safety, but for the game, it means you're going to have to go a long ways before you can bounce off a wall and get back on track. Because, well, yes, sometimes you can do that in this game. You can hit walls and not necessarily get a lot of damage, especially if you don't have the throttle down when it happens. That's an advantage of Tilt B controls, is if you're heading for a wall, sometimes you can just lift off everything and you'll bounce and you won't get any damage. Sometimes I actually pin it just so that I bounce off the wall with some power. I thought I'd just throw this thing around a little bit. You can toss this thing pretty good if you want to. So, when I hit Kemmel, right, I didn't hit speed there. Oops. Forgive me, I'm still learning how to handle this car. Probably, yeah, I'll hit speed right here, and then going up Kemmel. So there we go, I got 4 more times. So I didn't slow down enough, but I will. I'll slow down a few times. So this is going up Kemmel, and that's what the section's called. And there, I'll just show you, I can just slow down and speed up, slow down and speed up. Basically, you don't have to slow down very much after you hit speed, and then you can just do it again. So there you go. I've already made all my speed requirement. I might as well just finish this stage. Now, for the last, I'm trying to think of the last event that I did. Oh, it would have been the Formula 1 event at Red Bull Ring. And I made a mistake there where there were certain stages that I thought were really easy. And so I kind of sped through them, almost the whole stage, like 16 times regular speed, not just 2 or 4. And that made it so it was almost impossible to really learn anything. And then some people had trouble with certain stages, and I went, oh, nuts. So then I re-recorded the video I'd lost. My original footage was deleted. And so I took the YouTube video, slowed it down to 1/4 speed, which made it so that it was only playing 4 times faster than normal. But at least that way I could show people a little bit what I was doing. And I haven't mentioned this yet, but I'm on a new phone. I'm on an iPhone 13 Pro Max. And yep, I am noticing some differences. As far as racing is concerned, it's identical. I've played this game on several different devices now, and it's always exactly the same. I just put my settings the way I drive them and drive. Even if I'm on other people's phones, it's just all the same. Oh, that was trying to do my old thing. I get a little bit bored sometimes, and so I toss this thing around a little bit, and, well, that's just what I like to do. With instant servicing, doesn't really matter. It's a pretty sharp-looking car, I gotta tell you. I really like the look of this car. Oh, good, this isn't a really long race. Don't get me wrong. Spa is an awesome track. Okay, now I'll tell you what. Some of you know what I'm going to say. Roman cubits. Yes, Roman cubits. So, the unit of measurement makes it seem like you would almost have to be drafting the entire lap to actually get the drafting in. And some of you are going to be worried. Don't be worried. You're going to see how much I don't draft for, and that the unit of measurement is actually wrong. It is not meters and it is not yards. It is Roman cubits, and no one knows why that happened. So that works out to 44.444 centimeters or 17.4849 inches. In simple terms, for every meter you drive, you're getting credited 2.5. What that works out into yards, I don't know. But in a way, it's kind of irrelevant because the actual unit's cubits. And so you can see, like, it's not hard to log a ridiculous amount of drafting very quickly. And I'm surprised at this Porsche. I thought it was going to be going a lot faster, and he's really not. But, oh well. Yeah, so not very difficult. The best way to draft is to not hit the car, because when you hit the car, he tries to avoid you. I decided this was going to be my drafting partner. I didn't want to go further up and then maybe have to redo the stage, so I just decided he's my dance partner. I'll dance with him for a while. I'm getting very frustrated with his driving, so he might pay some consequences for this. Sometimes if I get frustrated, I take it out on a car around me. So it's been horrible, and you can see still it's really easy to get all the drafting done. Like, it's just nowhere near the proper measurement. He's nailing brakes where I just don't think he should be nailing them, so I'm not really ready for this. Okay, so once we get to the last chicane, he's going to bite the wall very badly. I'm going to shove this guy into the wall so badly. Yes, like that. A mildly illegal maneuver. You would get disqualified and fined, and people would probably beat you up after the race. Oh, nuts! My little circle 8 maneuver didn't work. Figure 8. Sometimes I like to do figure 8s, and it looks really cool, and I get it right. That looked really stupid. I gave up a position. Lost a little bit of earnings, no big deal. Okay, do we have to? Nope, don't have to upgrade yet. But PR is maxed out. Race PR is 84.0. My PR is 84.0. Yeah, you know, sometimes I like to do weird voices. Now, you never know when they're going to have an event that's actually going to be hard. Like, sometimes it does happen. The BMW event, that's the very last event I did. The BMW M4 GT3. That actually did have a couple of hard stages. The last 2 stages were difficult because like running out of fuel and overheating, stuff like that. So those actually were difficult, which was surprising to me. I only recorded the last 2 races. Well, I think I recorded the whole thing, but I just thought the rest of this is so stinking easy. I'll just record the last 2 races. You know what? Now that I think about it, I wasn't really going to go for that car, but then people started telling me the last 2 races were really hard, and I thought, well, maybe that'll be fun. So I did give it a shot, and I actually do like the car, so I'm glad I got it. It's a fun car. I really like this car so far. I like these hypercars, and this one looks really cool. And we'll see how it wakes up after I add upgrades. Puan corner. Getting used to it, that's not bad. Pretty sharp on that corner. This is one of my favorite tracks. It's a pretty fast-moving track. It's just the start-finish line where you've really got to slow down for some, tight 90-degree corners. Boy, I blew that corner. Not expecting the McLaren Senna to be going so slow. It's a Senna. I mean, come on. A Senna at Spa? I mean, that thing should be flying. But, oh well. Nothing we can do about that. I do like that car. A Senna GTR. I think I got that right. Anyway, that's one of my favorite cars. And then the Vanino. Yep. That's a fast car. But that is actually one of the most expensive cars in the game to fully upgrade. And I'm sorry, guys. It is vastly disappointing. You fully upgrade that thing, and it just feels heavy. It's like it handles like a tank. Okay, check this out. That was a fast pass. And just boom, you're just done. I love it. That was nice. All right, so it should be upgrade time. Let's check it out. Definitely. So there you go. You can see it's red. There's nothing I can do. I've got to buy enough upgrades for that to not be red. And I'm just going to buy enough. And there we go. Well, now I'll see how the handling has changed, because it will definitely change. All right, so sometimes you get these races where there are multiple requirements for one race, and you need to decide, how do you want to do this? So I'm going to move my way through traffic quite a lot here before I bother to start getting the slow skids in. I mean, I might toss a few in here and there. But for the most part, I'm going to focus on just kind of driving it pretty fast before I get too crazy into a lot of that stuff. Because let's see, I've got to get it all done before my 28th lap, right? Oh, I guess that's coming pretty quick. Huh. Well, I'd like to win this race. I'd like to win as much as possible. So I'm going to try... Oh. Well, okay, I guess I'm getting some skids in. I expected to take that full throttle based on my prior experience. Again, like I said, I'm driving a car with upgrades. Sometimes they get looser, not more grippy. So that felt looser. But we'll see. As I add more and more and more upgrades, it might not be looser. So obviously I'm going to have to get my skidding in, so I'll drift some corners here. Well, okay, I did not mean to go flying off track. Good grief. I meant to drift the hairpin. Oh well. That got a lot of skidding in, so that's fabulous, but not really how I intended it to go. And stay on track, buddy. Yes. Alright, so I can drift a couple of corners here. This should be cool. See if I can get this right. Okay, that's kind of cool. Drift this one a bit, maybe. Nah, maybe not. Don't really want to drift this one, but I guess I could. So I got basically almost 5 seconds, 4.7 seconds of drifting to get in yet, skidding to get in yet. That I didn't mean to do either. Huh. So having to adjust because the handling of this car has definitely changed. It looks like I won't be getting first place. Huh. Well, that's too bad. I like to win. Oh, it's possible I could have. So, you know what? If you would buy all the required upgrades right away, you'd actually earn more money because you could finish first place every single time. Oh, wait a second. I got a chance to get first place. Oh, that's right. I had to get that skidding in before the 28th lap. Now that I'm in the 28th lap, I can buckle down and do some racing. So I got on the brakes a little bit and woo, fly by that guy, scraping the paint off. Wouldn't recommend that in real life, but it's pretty fun to do in the game. Not really sure of some of these braking points, so just kind of guessing. Don't think I can take this full throttle, so I'm gonna keep braking there. See how it goes for the rest of the race. I kind of went in here a little bit deep, so oh well. Do a little bit of skidding. By deep, what I mean is I was braking too late. I drove it in deep, so that meant that I'm braking too late, so I had to compensate for that by throwing it into a skid. Oh, nuts. I hate going off track on Puhan Corner. You lose so much traction. This is a nice corner, way in the lead. So one thing about finishing with massive leads and finishing, high as you can every single time, the bots will get more difficult, which is good, because this is really easy so far. Again, couldn't take that corner. It's probably just a trajectory issue, but it might be that with these upgrades, you just can't take that corner that fast. Not really sure my braking point here, but kind of the midpoint of that corner, right about at that elbow. Yeah, that seems pretty perfect for this particular set of upgrades in this particular car. Trial and error and go from there. All right, so we'll speed through this a little bit. You'll see my earnings for this particular race, and then the final Stage 2 rewards. There's the Stage 2 rewards, playlist link for the stages, and some other stuff. Please like, please subscribe, and join me for Stage 3.